Hey folks, today we are going to discuss LeetCode problem number 86 and the problem name is partition list. So in this problem, we are given a head of a linked list and also value x, and using these we have to form an updated version of linked list wherein all the values less than or equals to less than x should come first, which are to be followed by all the values that are greater than or equals to x. And also there is another condition where we have to preserve the relative order of these nodes in each of these two separate sections, that is all the values lesser than x should be may having their relative order, and all the values greater than or equals to x should be having their relative order preserved. So let me give you an example. So if sorry yeah in case of this example where our linked list is this and our x is equals to 3, we have to get all the values that are less than or less than 3, that is 1 2 and 2, and also all those values which are greater than or equals to 3, that is 4 3 and 5. So if you can see, the relative order here is preserved. So this is our 1 which is followed by 2 and then followed by another 2. So that's the same thing that we have got here. And in the same way, in the second part of list, 4 comes first, and which is followed by 3 and which is followed by 5, which is the same order that is present in the original list as well, 4 3 and 5, right? So this is what we have to preserve. Once we are done with this, we'll just join to these two lists, so that will be giving our final answer, that is 1 2 2 4 3 and 5. So this is the whole idea in which we are going to implement. So for this purpose, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to have two pointers. One is low value pointer and the other one is high value pointer. So I'll be traversing through the list, and whenever I see a value, I'll check which of these two categories does the current value fall in. Like, if I have one, whether R1 is less than 3 or greater than or equals to 3. So respectively, if because my 1 is less than 3, I'll increment my lower pointer and I will direct that lower pointer to the current position of, like, the current node of the linked list. But if I see a node like 4, I'll increment my higher value pointer and I'll direct it towards this point, this node, right? So once I'm done with this kind of loop, what I'll be having is 1 2 and 2, and using high value pointer I'll be having 4 3 and 5. So once I'm done with that, I'll be linking these two, low value pointer and high value pointer, with like, I'll just join these two, that is like low value pointer dot next is equals to high value pointer. So I'll be joining something like this, and I'll be storing the initial sorry, it's not a high value pointer, it should be the starting node of high value pointer, right? So for that reason, I think I need to take some start 1 and 2 values. So okay, let me write down code so that it will make sense to you guys. So I'll be having my start 1 and low value pointer, which is initially having a list node of 0, and similarly start 2 and high value pointer with list node of 0. So while I have any node in my original linked list, I'll be traversing. So if my head dot value is less than x, then I'll connect this current node, that is the head node, to the next of my low value pointer. Okay, pointer dot next is equals to head. Okay, let me show you this examples simultaneously. So initially my low value pointer would be pointing to a node which whose value is 0, and similarly my high value pointer is also like directing to another node whose value is also 0. So once I'm there, now my low value pointer dot next is equals to head, right? Because my current value, which is 1, let's say here is this is my current value, uh, which I'm indicating using the upper arrow symbol here. So since my current head value is less than x, I'll be directing my low value pointer dot next to this current position, that is 0 dot next is will be equals to 1, and uh, then I'll be incrementing my low value pointer, right? And yeah, let me represent this in a different way. So like when I'm writing the statement, initially my start would be here, start 1, and my low value pointer would be here. Since I've added a new node and I'm updating my low value pointer, my low value pointer will come here, which I'm representing with L, and low value pointer dot next, I'm updating my low value pointer using this. Else, in the else condition, I'm doing the similar thing with my high value pointer, right? Is equals to, sorry, dot next is equals to head, and high value pointer is equals to high value pointer dot next. So in the second case, like since I've updated my, and yeah, once this if condition is done, I'm updating my head as well, unless like it doesn't make sense to use a while loop if you're not iterating through the entire linked list, right? So my updated head would be like pointing out at this node which has 4 as its value. So yeah, 0 would be my initial node here, to which my start 2 and high pointer are initially pointing. So since I've updated my high value pointer with this value, this node, so I'll be having a new node here in my second list, and if you can see the 32nd line, I'm updating my high value pointer. So here it should be initially which is pointing at the node 0. Now since I have updated my high value pointer as well, it will be now pointing out at this 4, the node at which the value is 4. Okay, so let me delete this now. Yeah, and my head value again increases. So now my head value is pointing at 3. Since this value is also equals to x, this will come to the second else condition, and my high value again pointer again increments, and will direct to this node, and my high value pointer will again increase, and this goes on and on. And in the next condition, since I have the value 2, it will come to the if condition, and my low value pointer increases now, and my next head value is 5. So my high value pointer is pointing at this node whose value is 5, and then my high value pointer will again increase. And since I'm updating my head again, now I'll be having my head at that particular node whose value is 2. My low value pointer will direct the end of the low value pointer to this particular node again, So now it is 2 again, and my low value pointer is pointing at this particular node here. So once this is out, my head will be pointing to null, since any linked list ends up with null. Now what I want to do is I want to join these two nodes, these two linked lists, right? For that purpose, I'm writing my high value pointer dot next is equals to none. That means this will be pointing to null, and my low value pointer dot next would be pointing to start to dot next, that is like this particular node. Let me highlight it with, so this is my start to. So now it has to point to this particular node, right? So for that purpose, I'm writing this line, low value pointer dot next is equals to start to dot next, right? Once I'm done with this, I'll simply return my start one dot next, because this will be my head value, right? So I'll return my start one dot next. So this is the code, guys, and let me give it a dry run. Yes, it's working fine. So yeah, and the time and space complexities of this solution would be order of n and order of n, considering that we are taking an entire new list, so both of them are order of n. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, so that keeps me motivating to make more such videos. Thank you.